Hello, my name is Staci Lambright, and I'm with Akron Office Space. Today we're here with Judy DeShon, an independent member of the Life Leadership, and she's going to tell us today a little bit more about that so that we can understand what kind of products and services they offer. So welcome, Judy.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Thank you. Tell us a little bit about the name, the Life Leadership Company, and how you got started with that.
Okay. Well, Life Leadership is an organization that seeks to set people free.
Okay.
And
Free from?
Yeah, good question. Well, free in a lot of areas, primarily financially free.
Okay.
That's an area where people seem to struggle a lot. It's common that we speak to people who find themselves in a tight spot right now. So our flagship product is our financial fitness program, which helps people understand the defense, the offense, and the playing field of financial fitness.
Okay.
So that is one of the programs and services that we offer. The secret weapon.
We like secret weapons.
I'm going to tell you the secret is the community.
Okay.
That is probably the most important facet of Life Leadership. It's through that community that we associate with other people who have the same goals in mind, who want to get out from under the crushing weight of compound interest working against them.
Right.
People who will hold us accountable and who will celebrate with us the victories that might not be considered victories out there in the world. It might be something like you've decided to sell a car that you were financing and step down and drive something that isn't maybe quite as appealing, but that will certainly take you from point A to point B and will allow you to put your assets back on your own balance sheet instead of somebody else's, because you are no longer making car payments. Those are the kinds of victories that we say, yeah, good for you. Those are things that we don't always hear. And so that community is very important in our finding success in what we're doing.
I guess everybody can really relate to this, where there's always something that you wish you didn't have to pay off, or you wish you didn't have as an expense, and everybody's really in the same boat, but maybe never really talks about it. So that sense of community makes sense, where you have to know you're not alone, I guess.
Right.
So
right.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
How did you get started with this? Did you have your own problems or financial issues that you wanted to solve?
Oh, we definitely had financial issues. That was a motivator for sure. My husband and I looked at different business opportunities, and I was personally involved in some others, and didn't really find a passion. I think that that's what some of the others were lacking for me personally. I couldn't get real excited about maybe a product that someone used on her face, or a container that, she stored her food in. While those are great products, don't get me wrong, it wasn't one that changes a person's life. These products and these services, they change people's lives, and they change their futures. And I know that personally, for having applied the principles that we offer and experienced the results myself.
Okay.
So so it was both from being in a position where I wanted to see change in my own life, and then coming across an opportunity where all of the pieces just fit together and it works.
Okay, that sounds great. And so part of this program are different, I guess, tools that you have. So there's programs, there's products. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about some of those.
Oh, sure. And tools, that's just such a great word. Yes, if you don't have the right tools in your tool belt, it's hard to get the job done.
Right.
So we make sure that we have the right tools in our tool belt, and we make sure that if you want to see that same change in your life, we make sure you've got those tools so that you can get the job done for yourself. So the tools are the products, the programs, the services, the community. And sometimes it's a little bit hard to wrap your brain around because it's not always a tangible. Some of our products are. We have what we call the green box, which is the main staple of our financial fitness program. It's a book, it's a workbook, audios that you read and you listen to, and you plug into the principles, 47 principles of financial fitness.
47, wow.
47. And 100% of the people who plug into this program and apply the principles. This box looks really nice on the bookshelf. It's very attractive, but that's not where it belongs. It belongs, out and in use. And when you apply those principles, 100% of the people who do will become debt-free. That's a guarantee.
That's great.
Because that's what that's designed to do. When you have a system that is designed to produce results and you apply the system, you get the results.
Now, does this system work only with all of those together, or can you use maybe audio by themselves, or just the workbook, or how does that work?
Yeah, well, you can use it in any way that you choose. Now, the more you use all of what there is to use, the more tools you have.
Okay.
Let's put it this way, maybe they're quicker, the sooner you will experience the results. Getting out of what Life Leadership calls the financial matrix is a process. So it will take time, just like it took time to get ourselves into this state of debt that we're in. It's going to take time to get out. But when you apply the principles, the more of these principles that you apply, the quicker that process will go.
Right. I guess I can imagine it's not as quick as maybe winning the lottery one day, which we all would love to do, but the odds are against you there. So, so if you do this, then it might have a better chance, even if it might take. Is there a time frame that you kind of go with, or?
Right. Well, gosh, you've just hit on so many things right there. So I don't forget the time frame. It depends on where you start.
Right.
So, and that's a tool that we also offer, is a visual that shows the 4 financial quadrants of the matrix, and we help you determine what's your starting point. Where are you today? In what quadrant are you? And then that will help us determine what kind of a time frame you'll be looking at. Maybe it's 10 to 15 years, but 10 to 15 years are going to pass anyway, and at the end of that time you might as well be out of debt. If you want it to be 2 to 5, there's a program for that.
Okay, yeah, so it's more custom to your situation.
Yes.
And you choose which one fits you the best. So it's not everybody is in the same program necessarily.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense.
And if I can go back to something else that you said, Staci, you referred to winning the lottery.
Yeah. We would all like to do that.
We all love to win the lottery. Yeah. But, there's a real danger to winning the lottery, and the statistics prove that a very high number of people who win the lottery end up declaring bankruptcy after
hear about that all the time.
The professional sports figures, because their thinking about money never changed. And more money is not going to solve a money problem. In fact, it might exacerbate it if you don't know how to think about it. So what our financial fitness program does is it helps us change the way we think about money. And when we change the way we think about it, we're going to change the way we behave with it and the way we use it. Money is one of those tools.
True, and so many people, like celebrities or people that do all of a sudden come into maybe a larger inheritance, they don't know how to manage it. They just they think that all their problems are solved.
Exactly.
But no, there's more that you need to learn.
Exactly.
So that's good. It's probably things that we wish we could have learned before we got out of school, maybe, or do you have a certain age group that you target? Is there an audience for this?
The younger, the better. Right? It's never too late. But one of our products is financial fitness for teens. Get this information into your kids' life. Set the example for them as early as possible.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. I wish I'm for people that have teenage kids, it is something that you think, we have to teach them as much as you can,
Yes.
and give them the tools to do that.
Yes. So a lot of people say, just get me back to broke. Just get me back to where I was when I was 14, when I didn't owe anybody anything, right? So catch them while they're 14, while they still don't owe anybody anything. And then when they're where we are, they can be in a much different place. Not that we're necessarily in a bad place, but knowing what we know, had we applied these principles earlier in our lives, we would have said, yes.
Yeah.
We know.
Thank you, right?
We know now what we didn't know, or what we maybe for some reason we just chose not to apply. These principles are not new. We don't own these principles. They're universal, time-proven principles that, when applied, are going to produce the results. So we want to make sure that if people maybe don't know or haven't up until now applied these principles, start now. Start now.
Can't hurt you, right?
Oh,
to
it
do
can
that.
only help.
So you mentioned it's been around for a long time. Is this a local company, a national company? What is available out there?
Oh, well, great question. Life Leadership was founded by a group of business owners who, two of the principal co-founders of Life Leadership came from an engineering background. Orrin Woodward and Chris Brady are the principal co-founders of Life Leadership. Life Leadership as an organization launched in November of 2011. So we're just now, in our toddler years as an organization. And what they've done is, being systems engineers and geniuses, Orrin Woodward and Chris Brady in 2014 were on Inc. magazine's list of top 50 leaders and manager experts in the world.
Pretty recently, then.
Yes. Orrin was 20 and Chris 39, I think,
When they
on that
started.
list.
Okay.
In
the
2014,
number.
just a few
Okay,
years
gotcha.
after Life Leadership launched. These guys have created a system whereby we can, as independent members, plug into that system and use it, leverage the system to help develop people, to invest in people's lives, and to give them the same opportunity as they have, that we have, and that you can have, for getting ourselves, first of all, out of debt, for launching those defensive principles, as well as, if we choose to plug into the system, as long as we no longer have to service debt and our money doesn't have to be going through our fingers out the door to someone else, now we can invest in ourselves and launch our offense and invest in a business that will speed up that process that I talked about at becoming financially free. So our business is local, but Life Leadership, the organization of which we are members, is global. As a member of Life Leadership, and because our information, our products and services are primarily information, now the model is to make it interpersonal and relational. It's a very relational business, but we can relate to people on the other side of the world. So it's global in its scope. The sky is really the limit. There are so many things, so many places, so many people that we can reach through this information and through this system.
That's great. You have a choice then, whether you want to work with you personally, or you could do something online, perhaps, because you have a website and there's some tools online. But one of those things I wanted to ask you about was Rascal Radio.
Oh,
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, Rascal Radio. The term rascal was coined by Chris Brady, who is a rascal. He is a rascal among rascals. And a rascal is just somebody who has decided that they're not going to go along with the herd. That if it's what the herd is doing, chances are they're going to get the results that the masses get. What if we went in a different direction? And if the masses are doing it, what if we don't do it? what if we make up, our own rules, and they're rules that we can apply in our lives and that will help us win. So, Rascal Radio is, first of all, it's comes as a part of our total personal development subscription, which is one of our products. And this is one that when we plug into it, we can help learn how to just improve as an individual. That will help us do life well, so to be better parents.
Something you listen to?
Rascal Radio, yes, as part of total personal development. Getting back to your question, is a Pandora-like app. I have it on my phone, and at any time, I can open up the app. You can do it on your desktop at your computer, but you get onto Rascal Radio, as you would say, Pandora Radio, and all of the audios that we have in under a variety of categories are available to us to listen to. And you can search by speaker. Once you listen to audios, you might come across a speaker that especially resonates with you. So you can pull up another one of his or her messages, or you can search by topic, and just make your life a university in whatever with whatever you're doing, whether it's in your car. You can download up to 20 messages or so that you can listen to in your car while you're on the road, while you're at work. Just, it's a way of bringing in really good information, tuning out the information that the masses are listening to as they turn on their radio, and you go, ooh, do I really have to listen to this? No, you don't. Rascals choose to listen to something else.
Sounds like a great idea to be able to, I mean, how much time do we spend in the car these days? Quite a bit.
Right.
Depending on what you do, you could be in it for some time. So trying to listen to talk radio or maybe just music you've heard over and over, it's more productive for you to get that kind of advice. So I think it's a great option, I think, for people.
Yeah, and it's net. It's no extra time. You're in your car anyway.
Right.
Right? You're in the kitchen baking your cookies anyway. Why not, get some information that will improve the way you think and will improve your performance as a result?
Well, it sounds like there's some great products that you have, a lot of different variety of things that could fit with different people depending on your situation. Like you said, customizable, whether it's audio or books or even just talking one-on-one with people. It sounds like there's some really interesting things to learn that people could learn about. How do people get more information about your company and your products?
Yes, thank you. Well, you can go to lifeleadership.com.
Okay.
And search for the products and the services that we're talking about here today. And I can certainly provide you with my personal information, that if someone wants to hook up specifically with me, we can do that. I would be so happy to talk to anyone who's interested in learning more.
We will. We can give that information out to all of our viewers that you'll be able to see. Judy is also on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Herself, but the website of Life, is it The Leadership or just Life Leadership?
Yes, just lifeleadership.com.
Okay, so lifeleadership.com is where you can go to kind of get an information about the products, services, everything you need to know. You can contact us to pass on the information. If you can't find it for some reason, let us know. But I think in general we've given our viewers a good idea of what you offer and what kind of services are just available to people. Tools that you can use, you can check them out if you think this is the right fit for you, or to even find out if it's the right fit for you. You can decide. So thank you very much for coming today, and we'll be talking to you soon.
I look forward to it.
Thank you, everyone. I'm Staci again with Akron Office Space, and we're proud to be able to give this information to our viewers. Thank you very much.